Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you? Yay! I finally went out, guys, today. I couldn't. So Houston, the city where I live in, have been open since beginning of May. But I have been so scared to go outside. Like, how's everyone doing with all the reopenings and stuff? I don't know if we even had a phase one, but it's been open, and I finally found out my hairdresser put out, a calendar for May and June. So I hopped on and I scheduled something for May. And quite honestly, the only reason why I scheduled was because like I read all her rules. She was only taking like 3 or 4 clients a day. She was giving us like our own personal capes, that we wear, and then it goes straight in the wash. Our own personal towel, and we go straight in the wash right after us. We had to wash our hands as soon as we came. We kept a mask on, and yeah, but I got my hair done. Like, guys, I don't know about you, but I do not like to do my hair myself, I'm telling you. But anyway, today I want to talk to you guys. I know I said I was going to start the happiness series, and I promise I'm going to start the happiness series. But today I actually want to talk about that. I'm sorry. Yeah, seriously, I have to. But I want to talk about debt because, for several reasons. So one of them, really, I want to talk about how debt affects you guys. Just recently, we've had another black person killed on the streets, and that debt is evoking a lot of anger. Like, I'm telling you, I'm ready to go buy guns. I'm ready to protect myself because I'm just like, no one is taking me out. Like, just literally strangulating me on the streets. Like, I don't know. But anyway, I guess that's why we pray. That's why we pray, because I can't imagine what George Floyd's family is going through. I can't imagine what Maud's family is going through. Can't imagine just, having a family member or even yourself just die like that. Anyway, so that anger definitely incites a lot of, that death definitely incites a lot of anger. But just in general, like when a loved one dies, what kind of feelings do you see yourself dealing with? Um, Personally, I feel like I've been blessed because I haven't lost a lot of people in my lifetime, I should say. I mean, my grandparents, my grandfather died when I was pretty young, about 16 or so, 16, 17 when he died. My paternal grandparents, but grandma and grandpa, they died when I was, closer to 20 or so. Actually, I think one of them died after I turned 20. But anyway, they died like when I was, late teens and stuff. But a death that was very close, like my uncle, my mom's brother died also pretty young, just about 50. And me and him weren't too close, but we had a reason to be closer before he died. And so that kind of hit me hard as well. But one of the deaths that hit me the hardest, quite honestly, in my lifetime is the death of a college, a girl, a college friend of mine. So a friend that I went to college with, and her name is Adobe, and my name is Ada. The full name of that is Adobe as well. And so we shared a name, we shared friendship, we shared kindred spirit, if you may, because like I saw in her, I don't know if you like, I'm still not the best reader of people, but I don't know if you meet someone and then you kind of have this encounter with them and it just occurs to you that their heart is so open, their heart is so pure, like they literally see humanity without any bias. They are so loving of everybody regardless of gender, ethnicity, race or whatever, like their heart is just so open, and you know that this person is prone, like, to getting hurt. You just want to protect them. And that was kind of how, we connected. She was younger than me. Most of the people I went to college with, shout out to all of them, most of them are younger than me. I went to college an old girl. I graduated from college just about 5 months, no, 6 months in June. No, I graduated from college in May. So 7 months shy of my 30th birthday, I graduated from college. And so, yeah, she was my college friend, and her death hit me hard. It hit me hard. But it gave me life. Her death gave me life. And that's kind of twisted because, like, for me personally, I guess I'm just the kind of person that, I try to see positivity in every terrible thing. So I think me always kind of trying to see the positive in everything and trying to make lemonade from lemons, like, all the time, comes from a story my mom told me a while ago. And this story is about a college friend of hers as well. This lady, I met her actually. I call her Auntie Melvin. But so this woman, my mom told me that she lost her parents at a very early age. And she lost her parents at a very early age. And so by the time they were in college, she didn't have any parents. And she hadn't had any parents for a while. And so, like, whenever my mom and her other friends would talk about their parents, and, at that stage, especially like back in Nigeria, where we grew up, we have a culture where kids, adult kids take care of their aging parents, financially, emotionally, I guess, physically, anyway. And so whenever her friends would talk about their parents, it would always be around like, oh, my mom is sick, I have to go visit my mom, or, oh, I need to send my mom some money, or my dad is this and that. And this girl always made a point, it's my mom's friend, always made a point to be like, oh, thank God I don't have a mom, I don't have to worry about that. Like, that just sounds cold, right? But my mom told me this thing, and I can't remember whether this was the message she was trying to pass to me, but she told me the story, and quite honestly, the message I grabbed out of it was like, this lady lost her parents at a very early age, but she's right. Like, at that particular time when her friends had to worry about their parents because they were aging, well, she didn't have no parents to worry about. And you can say like, oh, that's twisted, or oh, that's not. But I mean, if you really look at it, yeah, I know that most people whose parents die early would want to have their parents, even if they have to take care of them. But if you just, take the emotions out of it a little bit and just look into the logic of it, she's right. Like, she suffered not having parents when she was younger, but now as an adult, she can enjoy not having parents because, she doesn't have to take care of anybody. And so I look at life a lot like that. Like, whenever there's something negative to worry about, I think about the positive. For example, right now, I'm not married. I'm not even in a relationship. I'm a single girl. And so, that's hard, especially right now with the coronavirus and stuff, and just being alone. And, the kids are having their fun. I don't know if you can hear them right now. But, I don't have anyone to talk to. I don't have anyone to, like, bond with and just do adult stuff with. But, there's benefits to that. Like, I mean, I've had a boyfriend before. I've had to, lay down next to a man before. And, some of them snore. And, I suffer from, like, serious insomnia. And so I struggle to sleep already. So just imagine lying down beside a snoring man. Like, I'm glad I don't have to do that. Like, I mean, it's small. But I'm telling you, I take every single lemonade I can take from any lemon in my life. And that's kind of how I've been. And so talking about death. So this, my friend, she was actually murdered in 2013. This was a very dark time in my life, even before she died. Like, I had literally, most of 2013 was like, you could just call 2013 sick year for me. Because from March 2013, I had a migraine episode. that literally lasted almost the next 6 months. Yeah, like a huge migraine episode. I had this migraine started in March. I was working abroad at the time. I After like a month of trying to, see, I started with see my regular physician. They upped my medication. I saw a specialist. Yeah, I saw especially a neurologist, and gave me some medication, and I took that medication. I felt like, I don't know what to call an out of body experience. I felt like I was going crazy. Like, I took this medication. I'm telling you, that night I was having nightmares that I was in a cage. But anyway, it was all just so crazy. And I just, told my job at the time, like, I gotta go back to my home country. And so I came back to America. I saw several specialists. I had MRIs done. And so they found out at that point that my migraines were not a secondary headache. See, a secondary headache is like, just something that's, I don't know how to explain, but a secondary headache is like your regular headaches, right? You're having a headache because of something, right? There's a secondary, right? There's nothing physically wrong with you, pretty much is the way to think about it. But like, they found out that my migraines were a primary headache. So literally they found something. And the condition that I have is called hydrocephalus. It's pretty much when the ventricles in the brain that is not functioning as they should. So pretty much the ventricles are supposed to contract and relax to like let fluid pass through, but the fluid gets constricted because they're not open enough or they're not relaxing enough to let it pass. So that's the pressure that gives me a headache. So I literally have a primary headache. And primary headaches are good and bad in the sense that you know what it is. So if you want to take care of it, you could take care of it. For example, I could do a surgery. Yeah, brain surgery. Anyway, head surgery. I could do a surgery where they're messing with my head, my brain, potentially. And they could put a tube in there that they would pass onto my stomach so that, it would be like something that's kind of artificially helps that ventricle to ease it, relax it, so that the flow can go, and you don't have that issue. But anyway, yeah, in 2013, my baby, my second king, he was born in '08, so he was just 5 years old. Like, I wasn't gonna let anybody mess with my brain. Even right now, he's there making noise. He's gonna be 12 soon, but I'm not ready to let anybody mess with my head and my brain, because God forbid something happen. I mean, they tell me, oh, the surgery is not that bad. It's supposed to help you, so you don't have that pain anymore. You don't have to take medication so much and all that. You can live a headache-free life possibly, because I'm telling you, I haven't lived a headache-free life since I was like a teenager. It's really sad, but anyway, right now they're really bad. They're getting worse. I feel as I'm getting older. But anyway, 2013 had me like, when they told me all of that and I knew surgery wasn't an option, it was just a struggle to kind of see how to deal with it. And eventually I agreed to take like a migraine suppressant, almost like a migraine prevention medication, because like I had a migraine all the time. And it was kind of like I couldn't be, because migraine medication, they're prescription, you're not supposed to take them all the time. And so I couldn't be on it all the time because I was constantly in severe pain. Like right now, I have a headache. It's kind of like right here, but it's not severe. Like, it's painful, right? I can feel it, but it's not like, oh my gosh, like I can't think of anything but this head. Like, I can kind of talk to you guys now and try to ignore the headache, but like with a migraine, it's just there all the time. So apart from when I'm taking medication, and then after 2 hours, the medication kind of works, and then so I kept increasing my dose, and it wasn't something that I could sustain if I wanted to live, I guess. So they convinced me that this migraine prevention medication, the neurologist I was seeing at the time, this migraine prevention medication was gonna be better, I guess, less evil. And I'm telling you, I can literally talk all day about what my body suffered from taking that migraine prevention medication from like maybe about May 2013 to like June or July. I think I just took that step of faith end of July, I believe, is 2014. So about 14, 15 months I took that medication. I like up till now, this stopped in 2014, but up till now my body is still suffering from the effects of that medication. Like my insomnia that I have right now, it started when I was on that medication, and it's pretty much like just stayed with me, and the severity has also stayed with me all these years. But anyway, yeah, so this was 2013. Just literally most of 2013 was me in a sick bed because I was in so much pain. And then after they put me on the migraine prevention medication, it helps. I mean, because I wasn't in so much pain anymore. But what just kept happening was that I kept needing more and more, and they just kept upping the dosage. And after a while, I stopped sleeping. But anyway, 2013, that was just like I literally for 6 months I was laying down that I was gonna die because the amount of pain I was in just didn't make any sense. Like, just sitting down with so much pain in your head. I couldn't care for my kids. My parents were doing all of that. And so this was kind of where I was when my friend died. When I heard about my friend's death, like literally in a deathbed. Like I just, sitting there, just kind of just constantly thinking about how my parents gonna cope with my kids. They're aging too. Is this it? Like, just I'm gonna come to this world, have kids for my parents, and just kind of make their work harder. Like that was just all I thought about, just in that bed. And so when I've heard that my friend Adobe had died, and not just died, she had been murdered. She had been murdered by a roommate, just, a white man that, she opened her home to, and they were sharing an apartment, or they were sharing an apartment. And first of all, I mean, if you know Nigerians, you know that Nigerian immigrants in America, or just Nigerian international students that I went to school with, most of them like wouldn't be roomies with a white guy, right? But that was the way her soul was. She was open. She didn't think about people like, oh, white guys could be loco or something, or black guys are scary or whatever. Like she was just a beautiful soul. And so to hear that she was murdered just because of her soul, and it was the same soul that attracted me to her in that sense of like, I have to protect her. Oh my gosh, she doesn't know how wicked this world can be, because I'm kind of like that. I feel like I need constant protection from the world because, my heart is pure. I really see everybody as good until they show me they're bad. And so when I heard of her death, like it was bad. It hit me hard. It hit me really hard because she was just 26 years old when she was murdered. And so I was like, wow, life. We both went to college together. We both have engineering degrees from LSU. Shout outs. But anyway, is this it? Is this it? That's what I kept asking. Is this it? But something called to me because like Adobe, she was always full of life. She was always the life of the party. I didn't have one party at LSU, and I said I didn't have because I used to like to party because I like to cook, I like to entertain. But I didn't have one party at LSU that Dad didn't come to, not one. She was, always available to have fun, and not just fun. She lived a very full life. We did a lot of engineering community service together. She loved hard. She embraced different cultures. She was the one that brought Samia Rahman, a girl from Indian heritage, a girl from another international student from India, into our circle, like the Nigerian student circle, because she was a roommate. Like that was how she was. She was just so open. And so I was just like, just sitting down there or lying down there on my so-called deathbed and thinking about my 26-year-old friend that just lost her life. All I could think about was, I have to live. You know, I have to live. I not only have to live, but I have to live to do something about Ada's memory. I have to live like fully. I have to live because like my friend is dead. I could be dead. Like we all die like sooner or later. And the finality of that death for me just kind of screams, live, do something you want to do. Don't apologize to anybody for living the life that you want. Just live. And so, yeah, in 2013, my friend's dying was really like my call to live. And since then, I have tried my absolute best to live unapologetically, to live without feeling like I need to explain my life to anybody. I have been passionate in life, in love, in intentionally parenting my children, in being vocal about my opinions, you know, whether it's social media, whether it's within my big Niger family. I am the first of 10 kids, so I have a huge family. But anyway, yeah, so I just wanted to share that. Like, it's interesting because for me, like when I hear about people losing their life, it just makes me want to live so fully. It makes me want to live so unashamedly, so authentically, because I could die anytime, you know? So how does that make you feel? How does the recent murder of a black man in American streets make you feel? How, how do you deal with that? I want to know. Talk to me, okay? But anyway, until next time, like, subscribe, and yeah, talk to me on my YouTube channel, okay? Bye.